In today's passage, God is speaking to Lucifer, the fallen angel, by addressing the king of Tyre. As you read through the chapter, it becomes obvious that God is not just talking to a mere human being, because the person God is speaking to was once in Eden, the garden of God. Now, listen carefully to one line found in Ezekiel 28, verse 15. God says, "You were perfect in your ways from the day you were created till iniquity was found in you." The Bible teaches that God found iniquity in Lucifer. He didn't create it. He didn't plan for it. He found it. And that's an important distinction. The mothers of Stalin and Hitler didn't give birth to monsters. They gave birth to babies. It's only later in life that some babies make choices that eventually take them down the road to notoriety. According to the Bible, when God created this universe, it was perfect. We didn't have things like pain and suffering and evil. Those came later on the heels of rebellion, when some of God's universe decided to throw away their relationship with the Creator and do things their own way. So, the big question, of course, is why God would allow it. Why create angels, or humans for that matter, who had the ability to rebel? If you really stop to think about it, it's not all that hard to figure out. I mean, why do we choose to have children in spite of all the risks? Our kids might mark up the furniture, say embarrassing things in front of house guests, and eventually just break our hearts by making horrible choices in life. Is having children worth the risk? Absolutely. Nothing can replace a genuine relationship. No matter how clever computer programmers might get with artificial intelligence, a computer is never going to replace a real live human being who chooses to love you out of his or her own free will. If you don't create a universe that has the option to turn against you, you don't have beings who can love you out of their own free will. I find it deeply satisfying to come home to my own family and find them all still there, because I know they chose to stay of their own free will. You see, you can't have love unless you have choice. And so God chose to give us the best He had, a world where real love was supposed to be our primary mode of existence. We have chosen, unfortunately, to let go of God's hand and strike out on our own, and we're living with the horrible results of that right now, even though God warned us what would happen. We chose to exercise the free will that was supposed to make us happy, and we used it to ruin a perfect creation. God found iniquity or lawlessness in Lucifer, but He didn't create it. Lucifer did. The good news is that God isn't happy with the current state of affairs at all, and He's moving heaven and earth to reinstate us if we just cooperate. He's already gone to the cross for us, proving beyond any shadow of a doubt that He is still all about selfless love. And if we'd only take Him up on His offer and grab His nail-pierced hand, we'd find that He's busy rebuilding what we destroyed so that we can have a better way to live.